Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to share with you a story that many would call unimaginable, a story that shakes the boundaries of belief and reality. It's a story of miracles, of divine intervention, of hope, manifesting in a place that has seen endless conflict in spiritual history, the city of Jerusalem. Today, we explore a vision so powerful that it echoes across time and generations. It is said, a miracle has happened. Imagine this, Jesus Christ appearing before the people in Jerusalem, surrounded by an army of angels. His very presence radiates with glory and peace. Picture it, the Messiah, not merely as a story, but there, appearing in the flesh, just as the prophets of old once foretold. Imagine the moment of awe, the tears, the disbelief, giving way to wonder, and then to faith. But let me ask you something. What if this miracle wasn't only meant for them, those there at that time, but for us too? What if this divine appearance holds messages and meanings that go beyond what we see and hear? That's what we're here to discover together. Let's go back to the setting of Jerusalem, a city where the faithful from all over the world gather. For centuries, this city has been a focal point, a place of pilgrimage, prayer, conflict, and hope. Imagine it. Thousands of people, men, women, children, the young, the old, all gathered there, praying, carrying their hopes, their burdens, and their yearning for peace. And then, suddenly, the atmosphere changes. The noise fades, and a new energy fills the air. People begin to notice, one by one, something extraordinary happening in the sky. And there he is, Jesus, descending from the heavens, clothed in radiant light, with a vast army of angels surrounding him. Not an army of war, but an army of peace, an army of messengers, each one glowing with a heavenly radiance. Pause. This is no ordinary sight, no ordinary moment. It is a miracle, one that fills the people with both awe and trembling reverence. The angels, thousands of them, surround Jesus, their wings like clouds, their faces shining as they accompany the Prince of Peace. The people of Jerusalem are captivated. Many fall to their knees. Others lift their hands, overwhelmed with joy, crying out in praise. Tears are streaming down faces as this miraculous vision unfolds before their very eyes. It's a divine encounter. And then Jesus speaks. He lifts his hand, and with a voice that echoes into every heart and soul, he says, "Peace be upon you, my beloved children. I am here, as I have always been, watching, guiding, and waiting for you." His words are like a balm, bringing comfort, healing, and conviction. He reminds them of God's love, the love that transcends all understanding, the love that is ready to embrace all who seek it. Then Jesus says something that shakes everyone there. He says, "Fear not, for you are not alone. The kingdom of heaven is here, closer than you realize. Seek, and you shall find. Knock, and the door will be opened." These words strike the crowd deeply. They hear not only a call to believe, but to act, to live out the faith, to be the hands and feet of love and compassion in a world that so desperately needs it. But let's consider something crucial here, the presence of the angel army. Angels throughout the Bible are messengers, protectors, warriors, guides. Why would an entire host of them come with Jesus in this moment? It's as though they are there to remind us that heaven's power is not just about watching over us, but actively intervening when we need it most. It's as if they are showing us that no matter how dark the times, there is an entire unseen world around us, protecting, guiding, and strengthening us. This isn't just an appearance. It's a call to remember that we are not alone. Each angel there is a symbol of God's promises, of the countless prayers we have sent up, of the unwavering love of a Father who has never abandoned his children. And for those witnessing it, it's a call to live with faith, with courage, and with love, knowing heaven's army stands with them. Now, let's bring this message back to us. This vision of Jesus and the angel army appearing in Jerusalem isn't just a miracle for ancient times. It's a message for you, for me, for everyone who feels tired, burdened, and perhaps even forgotten. When we face challenges that feel impossible to overcome, when life's darkness seems to close in around us, remember, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. We are called not to live in fear, but in faith, knowing that the same Jesus who walked on earth, who healed the sick, who calmed the storm, is watching over us. And just as the angel army stood by him, they stand by us, ready to protect and to guide. As people in Jerusalem witnessed this miracle, something shifted, not just around them, but within them. Hearts hardened by fear and anger began to soften. Eyes that had been blind to beauty began to see it in every moment. People began to look at each other with new love, realizing that they were connected, that each soul was precious. This miracle, this appearance, became a turning point, a moment when people not only saw the face of God, but felt His love in their hearts. And so I ask you, as we bring this message to a close, what would you do if you could see Jesus standing before you now with an army of angels at His side? What would you say? How would you live? What would you change? This miracle reminds us of a simple yet profound truth. Jesus is with us, even when we don't see Him. His angels are around us, even when we can't feel them. And God's love remains constant, unshakable, and available to every heart that seeks it. Let this be your miracle today. Open your heart to the possibilities, the promises, and the power of a love so deep that it moves heaven itself to meet you. Live each day knowing that the kingdom of God is here, nearer than we think. Let your life reflect the love, the peace, and the hope that Jesus brings. Thank you for joining me in this journey of faith, wonder, and hope. Remember, the miracle doesn't end here. It's only the beginning. May God bless you, keep you, and guide you, now and always.